And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, we have the K.A.P.S, the Kids Arts Program, joining us. Of course, Angel Strange is back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
And, of course, we have some of our participants in tomorrow's event. We have Alex and Josiah, and we also have Natalyn as well. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And gentlemen.
Good morning.
And gentlemen, how you doing today? I can't see. All I see is a hat over my computer screen here. So, how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. Are you excited about tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long have you been working on this and getting ready for it?
Weeks.
Weeks now? Good deal. I know we've been planning it for since summer. I think we've been kind of talking about this thing, and so rather than me just talk the whole time, I'm gonna. I don't know. Do you want to start, Angie? You want to let the kids explain what's happening tomorrow, or would you like to or do you want Josiah? You want to take this one? Tell us what we're doing tomorrow.
Nope. What? Well, the kids that are here with me today, plus some others, are going to be reenacting people from Roswell's history.
Yeah.
And telling their stories. And so we have some of their stories here today, and they're going to give you just a little taste of it.
Okay, a tint. So you guys, all three of you are going to be portraying historical figures that help shape what we know Roswell as today, right?
Yep.
All right. So, we'll start with Josiah here. Who are you portraying tomorrow at the Living History event?
I'm portraying Elvis Fleming.
Elvis Fleming. Now, I know a little bit about Elvis because I'm with the Historical Society, but I don't know if a lot of people in town are familiar with the contributions Elvis has made. So I'm going to guess, I don't want, obviously we don't want to put the whole show out here because we want to, give them something to come back for, but give folks a little bit of background about Mr. Fleming.
Well, he played the guitar, and I'm actually going to play the guitar for the event.
All right.
A song he wrote, everybody called him Mac. It's about his grandpa.
Really? I didn't know he was a musician. I knew him for his historical, his books and all that, but he's a musician. So you're a guitarist too, huh, Josiah?
Yeah.
So did you, now I'm curious, how long have you been playing guitar, Josiah? Because I know you guys are pretty musical and busy.
Maybe a little over a year.
Okay.
Right?
I think that's right.
About a year now? And you're already making songs and recording? Man, I have no musical skills. You give me a year with a guitar, you know what I learned? That I don't know how to play guitar. That's what I learned. Cool. So you're going to be doing music and singing one of Elvis's songs? Not Presley, Fleming. I just realized when I said that, I was like, people like me, they're looking for Heartbreak Hotel all of a sudden. No. Different Elvis. But, and here's an added bonus, and you can tell them this, Josiah. But after you learn about Elvis Fleming, he's an author of many books about our local history. You can pick them up there at the Historical Society while you're there. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for some Christmas gifts and things like that. So, all right. Who are you portraying at the event tomorrow?
I'm playing Amelia Bolton Church.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about Amelia.
Well, her mother was actually born in Ireland, and she grew up where the tower it was crumbling down, and she grew up in with it. It was in the center of town. She helped found the Gardeners Club.
Okay.
One of her gardens became the Gardeners Club, and she worked with the Chaves County Historical and Archaeological Society a lot.
Okay. So some of the garden club, things like that. It's it's kind of funny. You always wonder about stuff like that, and this is where you're going to learn some of that is, some of the events, things, people that, we have in this town. You're like, oh, no, I got started, and come on out Saturday. You're going to find out a nugget or two here. So, all right, fine. Who are you portraying tomorrow at the event?
I am going to be Henriette Wyeth.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Wyeth.
Well, she was the wife of Peter Hurd.
Okay. Famous artist.
And she was born in Pennsylvania and the daughter of N.C. Wyeth, who was a famous illustrator at the time.
Okay. Now, did she have art in her blood too?
I believe that she did. She found her own painting style whenever she moved to New Mexico.
Oh, okay. Her husband didn't steal it, did he? claim it for his own. I hate when they do that. So I'm asking, did you guys know much about these three people before you started researching and doing everything?
Not really.
No, it was all. I mean, did you even heard? I bet Josiah heard of his character.
Yeah.
He spends a lot of time.
I just missed actually getting to meet him.
Yes, he was an awesome man, Josiah. I got to meet him a few times, and yeah, you're absolutely correct. He's an awesome man here. But so once you kind of started learning about these, what was your thoughts as you're going through this? You know, kind of going from not knowing a thing about this person to kind of learning something about their history, and what was some of your thoughts and reactions when you were kind of doing your research on these people?
It was crazy because I've never heard of her before, and
Sure.
she did a lot.
Yeah. Don't you? It's sometimes you don't realize that, do you? It's like some people. I mean, we know famous people in history and the things they did. Everybody knows George Washington and all. But you think about it. There's been so many people on this earth before us doing so many great things, and how much of that is known and recorded in history through time and things. And sometimes it's there, and we just don't know about it because it's not, put in your face all the time, and it's hidden in books and things in library shelves somewhere. And so I'm curious, do you guys get when you start learning about these people, does it kind of make you want to kind of go look up and learn more about other people when you do this? Because you're thinking because I imagine as you're researching and reading about these people, you're coming across other people that they came across.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, I wonder where that person came from and what they're doing. So did you guys get a chance to kind of experience some of that when you were preparing for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. Now, are you guys, I know Josiah's a history buff. What about you? But you ladies, are you fans of history and things like this? Or is this something you're kind of picking up as you're doing this stuff?
It really depends on what type of history that I'm learning, but yeah, I like
Okay.
history.
Well, I hate to tell you, but do you like watching TV shows?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like watching Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
You like history because that's all history. It's us people. We're all history. People, what you did at school and what you're doing in right now. That's kind of history. It's the history of you. And so I think we're all into history. We just don't realize it sometimes. So cool. So all right, let me ask each of you your most favorite thing you learned about your character. Now, if it's teasing tomorrow or spoiling tomorrow, don't tell me. But is there any information, facts, or tidbits about the person you're portraying that you found really neat or interesting or fun?
Well, I found out how much she contributed to art in Roswell.
Okay.
Because everybody knows about her husband, but nobody really knows about her.
Yeah, he got all the fame. Peter Hurd, everyone's, and she's the one probably making everything happen behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Making him look good. How about you? What was something that you found real fun or interesting that you learned?
Her greenhouse is actually the House of Flowers.
Oh,
which
really?
I think,
Which is currently the place House of Flowers.
yes.
It's like, I know all greenhouses are houses of flowers. No, the House of Flowers. And it's still, so it kind of morphed into, still a place for plants and flowers and things. That's pretty cool. And then you wonder, what if she wasn't here doing that? Would it be a House of Flowers today? Maybe it's a KFC. Who knows? All right, Josiah, what was something that you found interesting now that you didn't know about Elvis before? I'm going to put a caveat on you because you probably had a little history going into yours. So before, just in this project, was there any factoids or things that you learned about Elvis that you were kind of surprised about or found fun?
Can't really think of anything.
You see, he knew everything. That's probably, he wasn't surprised by none of it. See, I learned the fact that you told me that he was a songwriter and wrote songs. I didn't know that. I didn't know that side of him. I thought of him just as the author and the lover of history and all that side. So that was surprising for me, but you probably knew that already, didn't
Well, I
you?
know one thing that he almost actually became a famous musician, but he wasn't quite able to.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of people, I think, with the music. They just get right there, and then... But then again, you know what? that may have been a blessing in disguise. Because if he became a famous musician, I'm sure he wouldn't have time to write all them books.
And that's how we found out about most of these people, was going through his books.
Going through
picking
his
our
books. He was kind of the one leading everybody. Now, now the event tomorrow, you can it's from 10 to 4. It's going to be happening there at the Historical Society property. You guys are going to be in the actual J.P. White house in the museum in different rooms there, but at the archives facility next door, it's all right there on the same property. They're going to be making take crafts. There's going to be the whole property. There's going to be things happening as part of the Living Museum event there. It's going to be happening from 10 to 4. You don't have to be there from 10 to 4 all day. I mean, you're certainly more than welcome to, but you don't have to be. You could probably plan on about an hour and a half of total.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Total activity time here. But we really would like you to get advance tickets for it. It's tomorrow, but if you get online today, if you go to the for folks that don't know, the K.A.P.S program is part of the Roswell Community Little Theater. It's part of that. So you can get tickets at the Community Little Theater's website, which is roswelltheater.com. You can go there and make sure you spell theater like live theater, THEATRE, not like the eater. Do you ever know that? Do you ever notice that if you spell the movie theater like a movie theater, if you break it down, it's the eater. That's how I remember how to spell theater. If you break it down to 2 words, the eater, it's theater. But don't do it this way because it won't help you. But definitely now, if you space out and forget to get tickets today, come on out tomorrow anytime between 10 and 4, probably closer to the 10 than the 4. But come on out, and you might have to wait a few minutes as the people with set times and things go through, and then we can work you in and all that. But if you have a small window or if you like a lot of people, there's about 70 things going on tomorrow, and you want to make sure you kind of hit them all. Get you your ticket. That way you can and you can designate your time online there of what works best for you and all that good stuff. It's very affordable. It's like $10 or something.
It's actually $5.
$5. I was, but it's a fundraising event for the K.A.P.S program as well as the Historical Society. So if you'd like to make a donation or help out while you're there, that would be awesome. But talk about some of the like we're going to be doing the talks and things, but talk a little bit about some of the crafts. We also got to talk about the raffle too. We haven't even got a chance to get into that part of it yet. So
yes, so in the archives building, there'll be an activity for each of the characters.
Okay.
So you'll get to go through, and the kids will have a stamp card that they can go through and mark off doing all the activities, and then there's a prize at the end.
Okay. Very cool. So there's lots of activities, and then we have the raffle. Yes. Which there's a story behind this, and you know what? Do you know the story, Josiah?
For the raffle?
Yeah.
The safety deposit boxes.
Yes. Can you tell me about the safety deposit boxes?
It was what was the name of the bank?
I can't remember.
It was a bank that's no longer with us.
There was a bank that closed down. And all the safety deposit boxes got sent to Washington.
Yes, it was closed down during the Depression era.
And they actually sent out the boxes and gave them back to people. What, like 20-something years later, or
60 years?
60 years later. So this is your opportunity to, see what's in the box.
Yeah, people had no idea what was in there.
So these aren't the originals, but they'll have a really fun mix of old and new things.
Yeah, absolutely. And unlike the kids are going to not know what I'm talking about here, but unlike the Geraldo Rivera reveal of Al Capone's vault back in the 80s or 90s, you're guaranteed to find something in each one of these.
Yeah, yes.
You guys have no idea what I'm talking about.
I think I know what that is.
Yeah, do you know who Geraldo Rivera is?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's on the news now. He does talk shows, but back in the 80s, he was like a talk show host on during the day when you guys would be at school, and they did a lot of stuff on there. But he did a primetime special on primetime TV on the news where they found. Do you know who Al Capone is?
Nope.
He was a famous gangster back in the 40s and all that in Chicago. But anyway, they found an old vault of his buried in some building there in Chicago, and they were going to open the vault live on TV and see what what crazy treasures lie inside of this. And so they do a whole big special, and they hype it all up, and we're sitting there for hours on the edge of our seat wondering what's in this thing. They open it up, and there's like nothing. And there's like some paperwork that meant nothing. It was 4 hours or 3 hour special, and it was a big dud at the end. And so we joked about it for many years. So, but the joke ran dry because you guys are too young to remember. But it was funny 20 years ago, trust me. Again, the event is happening tomorrow. Get tickets today, please. Go to roswelltheater.com, get the tickets. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I bring your whole family out. The kids are going to love this. This is something for everybody, for young kids, older kids, kids at heart, adults. Come on down and bring the family. Come out and be a part of this event. Family fun event. You come out, learn some history about some of our forgotten and more and lesser known people of the Roswell history here, and have fun. I gotta ask you guys, because the K.A.P.S program, you guys do a lot of work with theater and stuff. What's your favorite part of the K.A.P.S program? What's the part that you guys love doing the most?
My favorite part would have to be not like the actual acting part. Like, I love acting.
Sure.
But it's like behind the scenes whenever we're acting. It's super
Gotcha.
fun.
Learning how to act, kind of the like, you mean like learning the techniques and things to help you remember stuff or help you emote or laugh or those kind of things. So okay. How about for you? What's your favorite part of all the K.A.P.S stuff you're doing?
I would have to say around the same thing. I feel like, practicing with other people and like memorizing lines with other people and playing games is like really fun.
So the camaraderie of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, Josiah, what's your favorite aspect of everything you do in K.A.P.S?
Well, I do like the acting itself, but sometimes that, like with what we're doing right now, it's just me having a line. There's no interaction between different characters.
Okay.
And that's one thing I do like about theater, is that it's a bunch of characters making one.
So you want to do some acting with other people with you on stage. You don't want to be up there by yourself running the show. You want to exchange and interact with some of your castmates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it. Got it. Of course, for folks, if Angela, give a plug here for the K.A.P.S program. For if there's children interested and families interested in being more involved, what's the requirements and how do they get involved?
Yes, so it's third grade all the way up through high school.
Okay.
And there's 2 semesters, and usually about end of August or so, we start the fall semester, and then the spring semester starts the mid-January or so. And you just go to the roswelltheater.com to register.
Okay.
And there'll be a tab on there. And for fall, you learn different specific skills, miming or clowning or projecting your voice or things that go on backstage.
Hear that, kids? You can learn to be a clown.
Already did.
Right?
People pay thousands of dollars for that.
Then in the spring, we do a full play with the kids.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, do you guys love, like, before you became a part of this, were you always into theater and always wanting to that, or is this something that you kind of, once you joined, you're like, oh yeah, this is cool, or did you go in wanting to do it?
Yeah, I remember back in like early elementary school, about kindergarten, first graders. So I did a small school play.
Okay.
And that's whenever I really started to like it. And then as soon as I was old enough to do theater here, which was in, of course, third grade, I started doing it, and I really loved it.
Cool. What about for you? Or is this? Would you have it going in, or did you pick it up since you've been part of it?
I really think when I first started, I think I was in 5th grade, almost 6th. I really enjoyed it because I saw all the other people, and I knew people who are in theater, and they had a lot of fun. And then when I started, I just kind of picked it up.
You saw your friends doing, you're like, hey, that looks kind of cool. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, for you, Josiah, you've always, it's kind of been your thing the whole time, but for you, what's the part that kind of got you into it?
Well, I started doing a little bit of acting at church.
Okay.
We did some for PRM and Christmas. We do a little skit sometimes.
Okay.
But I wasn't really into it that much when we did that. I kind of enjoyed it, but it was, at one point I wanted to just try out actually acting, and theater, so we tried out the K.A.P.S, and that's when I really started to enjoy it.
Gotcha. So you kind of got a little bit, and you're like, no, I want something meatier. I want something I can sink my teeth into. Okay, all right, very cool. So I got to ask all three of you, what if I know you got lots of time on this, but if someone picked you to say, hey, what do you want to be when you're an adult and you're on your own, and what's for you guys, what's your dream job right now? What would be the coolest thing for you to do as an adult when you're on your own?
I have about 2 dream jobs.
Okay.
One of them, which has been kind of a dream since I was really little,
Okay.
would be a digital artist.
Okay.
And the second one would be a child psychologist.
Okay.
Like, people really expect kids that are in theater to want to become like an actor whenever they grow up, but a lot of the times it's just a hobby.
I got you. That makes sense, because what better way to study and understand people than pretend to be other people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Makes sense to me. That's great. For you, what's your dream job? If you anything in the world, I don't care if it's I want to run Willy Wonka's factory. I don't care what it is.
I'd have to say like a painter, like professionally in art, because I'm always drawing or doodling on something.
Okay.
And she knows, and just like getting to paint art for other people, or getting like to paint people's dreams if they can't paint, or getting even to like paint portraits of people, because I feel I've seen people paint portraits of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're like really happy about it, to see yourself as art. I find that.
You know what you need to do, and maybe you can do this Saturday when you're walking around. Do you know who Amy McVeigh-Tejas is out there at the historical site? She's the one that runs the historicals. You'll see her run around like a crazy person on Saturday. You'll probably see her running around there. Well, if you get the chance to stop her and ask her, we have relationships with the Hurd family, and I think you know who the Hurd family is, and some of their paintings and things. But some of the family sons, they all painters too. I think you would be great to talk to her and see if you could meet and talk to some of those because they do the same kind of deal like the other. They use their own style of paint. They use like egg wash. They've got a whole science to their art. And I think you would really be into that, and kind of would love to. I'm sure he would love to, have you pick his brain and all that, because I think you should talk to her about that. I think you'd really enjoy that. So, all right, Josiah, what are you going to do? Astronaut, all the above? I think he just has a checklist of 20 things.
Really, I would like to be a musician, actually.
Okay. What kind of music would you like to?
I don't know. I like country, rock and roll.
Okay.
I like blues.
Now, do you want to sing? Do you want to be like a guitarist? All the above?
Both. I want to sing and do guitar.
Do you want to songwrite too?
If I can.
All right. You got to have some. You got to go through some stuff first to be a real good songwriter. Like you might have to like go on an adventure. Like when you get older, when you're an adult, before you start, you got to then you got to go learn stuff so you can sing songs about love and dogs under porches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All you really have to do to be a country musician is just get dumped a bunch.
There you go. There you go. And then you got material for 20 years. Very good. But folks, again, don't forget, tomorrow is the big event. It's the Living Museum, past and present, 10 to 4 tomorrow at the Historical Society for Southeast Mexico, 200 North Lee. It's the J.P. White House, which is actually on the corner of Lee and Main Street there. Lee and 2nd, I'm sorry. Lee and 2nd Street right there. And then right next door is the archives facility. Normally you would park in the middle there, but that's going to be kind of busy with all the programs. There's going to be plenty parking right across the street there. Literally right across the street from the Historical Society, behind the, I think it's an Allsups right there. You can just park right there and come on out and have some fun with us here. Is there any information that I missed that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Well, the safety deposit box raffle, you can actually purchase your tickets for that in advance if you want.
Okay.
If you go on to the roswelltheater.com and hit the Living History tab, there'll be a place where you can get raffle tickets. So if you can't make it out on the day and you want to get involved in that, you can. I'll pull all the names Saturday night and get them all situated, and you'll know on Sunday.
Okay, very good. But But while you're out, come on out and get you some tickets and things while you're there. But if you, like you say, if you can't make it or you want to stuff the ballot box, get some advance tickets and then buy some more when you're there on Saturday tomorrow there. But again, it's all happening tomorrow. Again, get tickets online to pre-register at roswelltheater.com. But don't worry if you forget tomorrow morning that you didn't come on out. We'll get you put in there. We'll get you to go through. Well, good deal, well, guys. Anybody want to say hi to? Moms, dads, boyfriends, girlfriends? Anybody? Nobody?
I don't think I know anybody who listens to the radio.
They're all in the room here with you. Okay.
Anybody that is listening that I know, hi.
Very good. Any teachers? Anybody need to score brownie points with today?
Anybody I know, hi.
Yeah.
Any specific teacher that could be listening.
There you
hi.
go. Any specific, non-specific, disclosed teacher. I like that. Very, very, very Switzerland there. Josiah, anybody want to say hi to?
I guess Corbin and my grandpa.
Ah, all right. Very good. Hey, you guys, I know this is not related, but I know you were in the Communal Theater's talent show. You got another act for this year?
For this year, we're doing the what was it called? We were supposed to work a lot on the accents,
Okay.
but we're doing kind of just a variety show.
Okay. Are you doing like a duet with your brother?
No.
No.
For Santa's talent.
Oh, Santa's talent.
Yeah, the
oh.
Santa's talent show. I'm sorry.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to play Old Time Rock and Roll with me and Corbin together.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I might play like another Christmas song or something. But.
All right. Hey, two. There's two people, two songs. That's the rule. Guys, thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. Have some fun. And we'll see you out there, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And I guess you all better get to school before I get you in trouble here. So, very good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time, okay? Come on back. All right? Next time you got stuff, come on back, okay? All right. It is